I want to talk to you about the REST client available to you so that you can test your APIs or pretty much any API of your choice. There are tons of tools out there that allows you to test APIs. One of the most popular ones out there is Postman. Postman is basically a tool that you can use to test APIs, as I said, and it has lots of features. It's available for Windows, Mac, as well as Linux. So go ahead and basically install Postman, and I'm going to leave a link where you can go and download Postman, but it's really straightforward to install. Once you have Postman installed, open it up and you should see a page like this. If you also want, you can go and create an account where you can save all of your requests and whatnot, but I'm not going to do so. The first thing that I want to do is, so what we're going to explore mainly here is how we can basically use Postman to interact with our API. So here we can click on the plus sign, or you can create a new request. So that is the same thing. And you can see that here, you can name the request if you want. I'm not going to name it. And you can choose the actual method: post, put, patch, delete, copy, and all of these. So some of them we're not going to touch. We're mainly going to touch get, post, put, and delete. So choose get, and then for the URL, so say local host colon 8080. So make sure that your Spring Boot backend application is up and running, / and then greet, and then send. And you can see that the connection was refused, and that's because the backend is not up and running. So back to IntelliJ, start the application. There we go, up and running. Back to Postman, send the request. And you can see that we get a 200 status code, the time it took, and the size. If you want, you can also save the response for later use. Now here, this is the response. So you get the pretty response, raw. So as you saw before, preview, visualize. I'm not even sure what visualize does, but so here I always stick with pretty. So basically the JSON is nicely formatted for me. Let me just zoom in like this. So basically this is Postman. Now the reason why we are installing Postman, or any REST client really, is that if you want to send post, put, and delete requests from your web browser, you are not allowed. So web browsers only perform GET requests. That's why we were able to send the exact same request from within Chrome. So this is a GET request. If I want to send a post request, a put, or delete request, I'm not able to do with Chrome. That's why we need a REST client. So basically, Postman is one of many out there available for you to use. For this course, it doesn't really matter which REST client you use, Postman or others within IntelliJ, because ultimately they do provide you the same functionality and end result, which is to test your APIs. Next, let me show you the REST clients available within IntelliJ.